Hi, everyone, and welcome to Conestoga College's first virtual fair. I just had a few items. I'm Lisa Cronsberry from the Student Recruitment Department of Conestoga College, and welcome you here today. Just a few items. If you are looking at your laptop, at the bottom of your screen, you should see a Q&A. So if you have any questions for us today, we'll be able to help you out with those. And also, if you're on your iPad, it may be up in the right-hand side corner. And if you're using your phone, if you just turn it sideways, then you'll be able to see it much better. So today we're going to be talking about the culinary and hospitality programs at our Waterloo campus at Conestoga College. And we have many programs available at Waterloo campus. And we have like chef training, we have baking and pastry arts. We also have a hospitality and management program. And some of these programs I'm mentioning do have some co-ops, so you will be on paid work terms, of course. And also we have programs in, excuse me, oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. 200 different programs.
Oh, Lisa, how are you?
Oh, Mr. Mueller, how are you, sir? Thank you for joining us. I'm sorry. I will introduce Mr. Keith Mueller, our chair of the Hospitality and Culinary Programs. Thank you.
Hi, so sorry I'm a little bit late. My previous meeting went longer than anticipated, so I'm here. I'm not going to use the whole PowerPoint, so who is monitoring the PowerPoint? Okay, hang on. Let me get to my share screen. There we go. Can everybody see that? So I thought I'd talk just a little bit about the hospitality programs and give you a background. So what you're seeing now, hopefully you're seeing it. If you're not, let me know. We have a one-year certificate in baking and pastry arts, and then a 2-year diploma in baking and pastry arts management. The first year leads into the second. So if you want to do the certificate first, it's the same as the first year of the management program. So you can go straight into that. We also offer a bartending program, which is 1 semester. Primarily, if you want to be a mixologist, want to know more about mixing drinks and learn about wine and beers, that would be the program you want to do, which could lead into any one of our other programs. Apprenticeship is probably not relevant for this presentation, but then we have our culinary management program and our culinary skills program. Culinary skills is a 1-year certificate. Again, the same as baking. The first year is identical in the culinary management. So you can do 1 year of chef training and then move into the 2-year diploma in culinary management. Event management is a postgraduate study. So it's a 1 year looking specifically at how to run events, how to manage events. There is a co-op component in that as well, that students get to work with an event management company. And then our food and beverage cluster is food and beverage management, hotel and restaurant operations, which also has a 1-year hospitality operations, which leads into that. And then our hospitality and tourism management program is a 2-year with an optional co-op diploma, where it looks at tourism destination management, looks at alternate destinations, looks at how to develop tourism destinations. It's not meant to be a travel agent program, although there's a little bit of travel in there, but it's more about tourism destinations. And then finally, the newest of our programs is professional cheese making, which will be starting in September as well. So this is designed primarily for people who want to go into the cheese making industry whereas there's a huge demand for professional cheesemakers, or if it's just for your own general interest to learn and to know how to make cheese, that would be good for you as well. So I'm back, I think. Let me just stop sharing. And there I am. Any questions?
That's great, Keith. Are there any programs with co-op?
The baking and pastry and the food and beverage management and the culinary management, those are all co-op optional programs. So you can choose to do a co-op term, or you can choose not to.
Okay. Just a couple other questions. What students, what is that going to look like for them this fall for the students coming in? The teaching to be like a hybrid? Is it going to be?
Well, all theory classes will be offered online, and practical classes will be offered on campus, obviously with limited access, with limited number of people, and with all the necessary health protocols, which we're working on right now.
Okay, great. Do you have any success stories from students that you could share with us?
Wow. Hopefully all of our students are successful.
Well, no, I realize that, but there's, you know, like Mr. Wong, for an example, that one, you know, someone like that.
Yeah, so Wallace Wong, who was part of the Top Chef Canada team. Most of our students go on to work in really high-end restaurants and hotels. Most of them, some of them do their co-op out in Banff and Lake Louise area and end up staying there. A lot of them work in this area. And although the college has been around for a long time, the renaissance and changing of the school has really only happened in the last 2 years with the new building. So moving forward, I know we'll get a lot of success stories.
Oh, great, great. Okay, let me just see if there's any questions in the chat. Oops. Okay. Let's see. Any tips for students coming into the programs that you would like to share?
Be prepared for lots of hands-on and practical things. And, you know, given the restrictions that we'll have, we will not be cutting down on the practical hours at all. It's an exciting program. There have always been lots of jobs. I cannot guarantee of lots of jobs now, but as the industry evolves, certainly we will see a very different restaurant industry. Not any less successful than it has been before, but everybody's trying to navigate through this and to see what kind of changes have to be made. And I can tell you that even during this time when restaurants have had to be closed, they have all gone with the takeout route, and there have been some amazing things that have come out. And I think the whole bricks and mortar restaurant will change substantially, as will the hotel industry change, but it's not going away. It'll be a while before people start to travel again. But this, for any student, is a perfect time to start school, because by the time you're done with this, the industry will be back in full swing again.
Well, we have our famous Bloom restaurant at the campus as well.
Absolutely, yeah. And Bloom is an industry style restaurant where students get to work as just like they would in the industry. So it's a live restaurant. It's open to the public. Won't necessarily be in September, but eventually will be open to the public again. The training will be that students will act as guests and act as servers as well. So we're not cutting down on that or changing that in any way. We also do a lot of events, have done lots of events in Bloom, where we get guest chefs coming in to cook with students and to get to know them and to share their ideas and their success stories with students.
Oh, great. Oh. So do you have like capacities for some of these programs, perhaps? Like, do you take in just a certain amount of persons, or is the program still open for the fall?
Programs are still open.
Good.
So yeah, students can still apply to the program. Yeah.
Okay, so they could check our website, right? Like they would
Yeah,
check.
just check the website
and see the open programs on there.
Yeah, I'm just looking at there's a question that somebody got an offer letter.
And by the way, folks, if you are still considering applying, that's through the ontariocolleges.ca website. It's online to apply for $95. So if you're thinking of culinary or hospitality programs.
Yeah, there was another question about space for January. Yes, the January programs are still open as well.
Okay.
And I think I've answered the question. There was a question about what is the September semester going to look like.
Right.
Yeah, as we know, it's going to be theory. All theory will be online. So and practical will be on campus with restrictions, obviously, for the number of people. Normally, our class sizes are 24 students per class. We will be cutting that in half. So likely between 10 and 12 students per class so that we can meet the health guidelines on that.
Right. That's awesome. Okay.
Somebody had said that they'd applied for global hospitality and wanted to check if they can change the hotel operations. You need to check with the international office on that, but I don't believe there'll be a problem there. Sorry, I'm just kind of browsing through questions. I'm not sure what the question was. What about international students? Yes, there is still space available for international students. More stuff. Anything else?
I think we've covered quite a bit, unless there's anything else exciting coming that we didn't share yet.
Well, it's hard to say what's exciting these days, but
I know, yeah. I know. Okay, so thank you very much, Keith, for sharing the hospitality culinary programs with us at Conestoga Waterloo campus. Folks, you can see individual programs on demand. There are videos posted on our website, so those are very exciting. So there's different program areas you can check out. You can book a online guided tour and or a virtual tour. So you'll be able to do that as well if you want to today. Yeah, so for more specific information for programs, as I mentioned, you can go to those videos. Okay, any questions that weren't answered today, you can fill out the survey or contact our recruitment at conestoga.on.ca. So thank you very much.